Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys as well, we're going to be diving into a few sneaker releases recently that I think are some good holds for long term. Some are fairly recent, and some are from, well, a bit ago, but I still think that they're good. One of these that I'm actually mentioning in particular is an option that I want to bring back up to you guys because we discussed them not that long ago, and I think they're still a good bet. One of you guys actually mentioned to me that you sold like a 10.5 recently for 220 bucks, and I was like, well, the 10.5's there, then we're going to see some real good progress on the big sizes soon. So let's just, let's be patient and let's get into it. If you guys want more content like this, though, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Do not forget, let's just try to 300 likes in this video. This is the normal goal I always shoot for, and you guys can, if you want to, you can check me out. My IG's down below. I'm always buying, selling, trading there. So feel free to check some of the stuff we got for sale on my store. Or if you want to join the raffle we got for the SB4 right now, feel free. We got a few spots left in that. So check down my store. You can also check some of the channel merch down below. Don't forget, we got this in a crew neck tee hoodie. So feel free to check that out. Here's the tee, as you guys can see. Very, very nice. I've been wearing this a couple times. I've mainly been rocking this tee, though. This has actually been my favorite one. This W's only tee. Just a nice little simple design. Kind of a heavyweight tee. Pretty comfy. And the most popular item so far has been this mug right here. So yeah, if you want to check any of it down below, it's at the top of the pinned comment. Sports channel. Appreciate you guys that have ordered so far. Ships fast too, so check that out. And of course, that's at resale vision down below. Don't forget, we're doing pairs of these SB4s on the market, as you guys can see on the screen right now, and some of the brick by brick 4s. So if that's the type of stuff that you guys are into, get in there and don't miss out on those deals that we do every single day. That's all, again, down below in the pinned comment. I don't want to bombard you guys with too much. Just check it out down below. Let's get started. So the first one I want to get into is, again, the SB Jordan 4 Navy. These are currently between a price range of about $360 to $500, with the bigger sizes 10.5 plus, going for more. For reference, size 10 I think right now is going for about $450. So once you cross that, that's when you start getting closer to 500 bucks. But aside from that, very nice sneaker. So y'all can see same box as the pine green pair, and well, the pair, if I can take it out the box right here, as you guys can see. Very, very clean. You really cannot go wrong with this colorway. Might be easier to wear than the pine green. I was mentioning this in my recent in-hand unboxing video. I was saying these may be easier to wear, while I do like the pine greens more because they pop more on feet. This might be the easier colorway to wear. So aside from that, this is really what I want to mention about these. I think they have a lot of potential as a good hold. This could easily be a pair that in a few years, in my opinion, is $500 to $600, maybe even more than that. I think in the larger sizes above size 11, we could easily see these at like $700, $800, just because, I mean, we've seen the pine green pair sell there before, so why cut in this one, you know what I mean? I don't know how many more colorways they'll be bringing to the SB Jordan 4, but hopefully a few more, you know what I mean? It would be really cool to see a full series of them, but if they only do these couple, then I understand. But yeah, this is the first one I want to mention as a good hold. I mean, you see everyone that's trying to buy these and the brick by bricks up in bulk right now. So usually when you see that, those are the two telltale signs that let you know, hey, these will probably do pretty good long term. But over the next few weeks, they'll probably be dropping in price. So if you want to wait a little bit before you buy these, that's totally fine. But if they were to stay at, where they're at over the next few weeks and really not drop much in price, that would also make sense to me, because this is a little bit more of a limited release, you know what I mean? Whenever you get these SB collabs that you might get on sneakers, again, still maybe that we get these in sneakers. It's rumored for April, right? That's the information that we've had for a couple weeks now at least. But we have to see, if that ends up coming through, then we'll see the prices come down a little bit more, in my opinion. But if that sneakers drop never comes through in April, then these will probably just stay where they're at. So that's what I think about this one. Great hold, in my opinion, for the long term, or honestly, even for a year or two. I think in a year or so, these would probably be different in terms of price, in the larger sizes mainly, though, so keep that in mind. Those would be the better ones to hold. But first one I think right here, SB Jordan 4 Navy, pretty obvious option. Feel like you could just look at what most people are doing. Most big resellers, yeah, they're trying to buy these. But the next one right here, and again, this was the one I wanted to discuss as an option that you should keep holding these, in my opinion. I'm still holding multiple pairs of these. I've actually still been buying some pairs of these because I believe in this sneaker as a whole. I think it's a very good option if you can get them for a good price. The smaller sizes have gotten fairly cheap. I'm talking about sizes 8 through 10. I believe they're at about 140 to 160 right now. Size 10's a bit more than that. I think size 10's like 170 or 180, but aside from that, what we got right here is the Wizard of Oz SB Dunk Low. Again, was a very, very hype collab when it dropped last December, but there was a little bit more pairs than we expected, and the prices ended up coming down a bit more. However, if you go look at the difference between like size 8 and size 12, that's where you really notice how limited big size SBs are. There's just not many size 12s of these that are listed. The price difference is like $250 to $150, so like 140 bucks. So it just goes to show that, it can be the same sneaker, but sometimes the size matters in terms of, what the price will go for. So Aside from that, with this sneaker, I still think it's a very good long-term bet. Again, this was the one that I mentioned. Someone told me, hey, I sold 10.5 recently for 220 locally. So, you know, these are doing just fine in my opinion. And, well, knowing that information, let's say that is true, then yeah, I mean, I think these will do fine long-term. Just goes to show you that people are still willing to pay up for them. And it is a very cool sneaker. I mean, again, it is a big name collaboration. Has lots of unique details to it. Keep in mind, it has the multiple insoles with it. Normal box, but it also comes in that bag, which I have right here. So don't forget, it comes in like both the pairs come in that. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, there's just some nice details with this particular sneaker. So I think it'll definitely continue to make long-term progress, which means it'll slowly go up over time. I don't think this will be the type of sneaker that all of a sudden just shoots up in price unless, you know, they do some like Wizard of Oz movie thing, or I don't know, just like something comes back to the Wizard of Oz name, you know what I mean? But I think this is just a good long-term bet because of the name behind it, because it's a unique sneaker. And, you know, they didn't do a million pairs of them. They did do more than we expected, but they didn't do like a ton. So it will end up being one that does make good long-term progress, in my opinion. And it's very well made. I mean, overall, a nice collab. So another one I want to mention to you guys as being a good long-term hold, in my opinion. One I'm still holding on to is the Wizard of Oz SB Dunk. I still believe in this collab. And, well, it's one. I mean, I got a personal pair of it. I love them. They're nice to wear around. So, yeah. I just think, you know, we need to give these a bit more time, let it become, you know, a little bit more hard to find, and we'll start to see the prices really change on these. So that's what I think about the Wizard of Oz. I'm still holding. And finally, the last one I want to discuss as a hold. I feel like, again, it's another one of those obvious bets, but one I want to recap on is, again, the Brick by Brick Nigel Sylvester Jordan 4. Very, very nice sneaker. This is actually one that I got lucky on copping on end. My personal size 9.5. I have not toed these yet, but I need to. You know, I just have not made that decision yet, but aside from that, y'all can see the sneaker comes in like a plastic bag. This is the most excessive thing they did, to putting each sneaker in an individual plastic bag and then wrapping it and then putting that in the bag. Like, why'd y'all do this? You know what I mean? Can I just like look at the shoe? So yeah, this is what we got with the sneaker. No, I'm kidding. I'll take them out. But as you guys can see here, the Brick by Brick 4 is a very, very nice sneaker. Again, we showed you guys these in hand about a week ago, I think, and y'all can just see that colorway is still hidden. Still hidden. I mean, this is just one of those collabs you see and you're like, man, I think I want a personal pair of these. Not everyone thinks that, but I think a lot of people see these and like, man, they're pretty unique. Someone actually sent me a pic the other day of like all of them side by side. These, the Grandma's Driveway, what was it? The Driveway Gray 2. That was a pretty cool photo. Shout out to whoever sent me that. So that was a cool idea. But aside from that, that's what we got with this pair. You guys can see the Bike Air by the Hue, which is really what's been drawing most people to this collab. My bad. I just want to make sure that was focused right there. And yeah, very, very nice suede on these as well. Really cannot go wrong with this sneaker right here. So with the Brick by Bricks, again, these are going for about the same price range as the SB Jordan 4. A little bit more in the bigger sizes, between a range of $360 to $520. And again, size 11 plus are going to be the best ones to hold. I think this is a better hold than the SB Jordan 4. That is my personal take. The reason I think that is because, again, very, very limited collab. It was extremely hard to cop for retail. I've seen a little bit more dubs in the SB4, and again, there's still a couple more days for dubs to actually come out on those, and we have a potential release in April. These are done dropping, so understanding that, I just think there's a little bit more reasons for this one to go up in price, and again, it is a very unique collab. Probably Nigel's best collab yet, or his most hyped collab yet. You could argue some of the other collabs are better. Like, I personally like the Grandma's Driveway one more, but this one is definitely the most hyped one. We can all agree on that. This has been Nigel's collab that has had the most attention to it, has drawn the most attention to his name, and probably will be the one long term that will end up going up in price, in my personal opinion. So for me, I'm definitely looking to just get a few more of these to hold in the larger sizes if I can get some decent pricing on them, mainly in sizes 10.5 plus. But, you know, I already got my personal size for retail, so, you know, I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't need more, but I would like to. You know, I would like to go cop a couple more, so I will try and do that. You know what I mean? So that's what we got with the Brick by Brick 4. It's a very, very nice sneaker right here. And yeah, I feel like this is my personal sneaker of the year so far. Again, I feel like a lot of people missed the part in my short where I said it's a little bit early to say it's sneaker of the year, but I did say it right at the start. So, you know, I totally understand why people were like, Tristan, what are you saying it's sneaker of the year for? You know, I guess it kind of did bait people with that, so that's my fault. But yeah, I personally think so far this is sneaker of the year for me, but we'll see in November, December, if I'm still thinking that, you know what I mean, after all these Fire SB collabs, thing like that. So yeah, Fire Hold, in my opinion, very unique sneaker. Just, yeah, when you get these standout collabs, those are usually the ones over time that end up going for a lot of money. And we got a unique box, crazy packaging for it. Yeah, this will probably be one of those shoes that'll end up going for like $800, $900 one day. And you're like, why? And it's just because, again, people will still like them a few years few years from now, they're going to be really hard to find. So bet on that, or harder to find, excuse me. But that's what I could say about these, and well, the other ones I mentioned, they're all good holds. Man, it always takes a few seconds to package those back up, but that is what I can say about a few sneakers right there that I think are good holds right now, just based off, again, what I'm seeing off the market, or, you know, what you guys have been telling me, or just, again, what I know based off what I've been buying recently and how well some of these collabs have been doing, or how some of them have gone up in price. I mean, we can just go look at the SB4s from a couple days ago. They've gone up in price. The Brick by Bricks have gone up in price. I mean, a lot of these recent hype sneaker releases and retros that Nike have been doing have been going up in price again. Why is that? It's because they're not making as many pairs, or they're dropping them in, you know, slightly different ways. Not as many pairs on sneakers and more at retailers. You know, just kind of being a little tricky with it, a little different, tricking people almost, but not really tricking us, just, I guess, dropping them in a different way so they end up reselling differently. But that's what I can say about those pairs right there. I think they're all good bets. I'm not really, you know, picking one over the other. I do think the Brick by Bricks are probably the best hold, though. If you want me to pick one, I'd probably say those. Just based off the uniqueness of the collab, it being the most limited one. And, well, it being one that has nothing else like it. You know what I mean? The SV4s have another colorway. The Brick by Bricks, I mean, there's literally, Nigel's not had any collab like it. And it's on a pretty good sneaker to add it to, a Jordan 4. So I think there's just lots of reasons for that one to be a good hold. So I'm going to try and get a couple more of those. But we'll see. So that's it. We're yapping. If y'all want more content like this, though, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Let's just try and hit 300 likes on this video. It's the normal goal we shoot for. And if y'all want to check out any of the merch, stuff like that down below, don't forget the mugs, tees, hoodies. Y'all been supporting, so I really do appreciate that. I wasn't rocking the crew neck in today's video, but I'm going to be rocking this today, though, probably to the gym. This is probably the most comfy piece I got, so I like this. I didn't expect this to be that comfy, so I'm hyped about that. And yeah, this has been the most popular one so far, so I'm glad you guys like this design right here. We'll try and make something else like this soon, you know what I mean? Maybe one with like the Brick by Bricks or something, I don't know. I'll get creative with it. And of course, my IGs are down below. If you ever want to buy, sell, or trade with me, just check my story. We got tons of stuff for sale. Also, the SB4 raffle we're running right now. If you want to just join that, feel free to shoot me a message or for any of the stuff in my story. And of course, also Resale Vision down below. You guys can see some of the items that we have for sale. Or not for sale, but the deals we've been doing recently, excuse me. We do those every single day, and you guys don't forget the early info, sneaker stock numbers. It's not just that. We provide a lot of useful stuff to you guys every single day so you guys can stay at top of your game, so don't miss out on that. And we're going to be giving away a sneaker soon in there. So, I mean, if you guys like giveaways, we've given away some Vertigo SVs, we've given away some Metallic 5s, we've given away a few other pairs as well. You know what I mean? I can't name them all because we've done a lot. So, yeah, if you want to check that out, feel free. But that's it. I'm T. Thank you guys. Hopefully, I will see you all in the next video tomorrow. Don't miss out on that. I'll catch you all then. See y'all. Peace.
Sticks made a fucking hit.